Hi, my name's Julie and I'm from Tarot by Moon Crystal Magic, and I'm here to bring a tarot card reading for the zodiac sign of Virgo tonight. For Virgo tonight, and I've just pulled out a few cards and I'm feeling like this is a no contact reading at the moment. So what we've got first is the King of Cups. You can see that the King of Cups has come out with the Judgment card and the Death card. So what I'm feeling like here is that this relationship is definitely in no contact at the minute. The Death card is also like showing that there has to be some kind of a transformation to happen in order for a relationship to continue on, like the relationship to pick up again. So let's see what else Spirit has to say. Right, so we've got the Ten of Cups. So this person, or your person, feels like you are their you're like their wish fulfillment. You're like they dream of you and them together, happy. You know, the Ten of Cups is like very much the happy ending card, and that's what they're thinking about at the moment with you. What else is the collective person of Virgo thinking about? Oops, dropping cards on the floor already. Okay, so they have got the Six of Cups. They're thinking about, they've been reminiscing about the times they've had with you. They're thinking about even coming in with a proposal of some kind. Definitely a lot of reminiscing though, reminiscing and thinking about you in a very loving way. So you're on their mind a lot. They can't stop thinking about you really with that Six of Cups. Okay, what else is the collective person thinking about the collective at the moment? More falling on the floor. So we have the Emperor out here. So the Emperor can, it's not gender specific, it can be man or woman. So basically, I feel from this that they are feeling like they need to come into that energy. They need to lead the way with offering you some kind of security. You know, they could have been a bit controlling in the past, and they need to really address that within themselves. But that, you know, they know that they need to basically step up before they can even think about coming back into your energy. Okay, what else do we have here? What else is the cards falling out everywhere tonight. So we have the Fool. So they want a new beginning with you. They want you to take a leap of faith into them. They want a new beginning for your relationship. They want to start afresh from the beginning again. And, you know, just start things from all over again, because they know that there's no way that there can be a relationship anywhere on the horizon if it still had the energy of the last time. Then we have this, we have got the Eight of Wands. So basically there's like, this is when things are kind of like up in the air a bit. They know that they want to really come in with some action, but at the moment they're not sure. They're just not sure what they're supposed to be doing, how to do it. Then we've got the Lovers. This is, you know, how they feel about you. They want you to be, they want to have this relationship with you again. You are to them, you know, like their other half. They really, really do. They're still in love with you. And they know that they made bad choices in the past in regards to your relationship. And they know that they have to really, as I said, pull their head in to get another shot with you. Because you're not going to give them another chance otherwise. So they know that they've got to start doing the right thing. We also had the Judgment card before, which came out at the beginning, showing that, you know, they've had to realise that they've had to judge the way that they behaved in the relationship. I know it takes two to tango, but I feel like this person really messed you around a lot. And look, we've got the Knight of Cups. This is like they want to come in with a new love offer. They want to come in with a new way of showing you love. But I feel like, see how this horse is frontward facing, and she's holding up this cup here, wanting to come in with like a truce, like saying, you know, can we just forget about the past, let's start again, let's have a fresh new start. That's what I feel like they want to do. Okay, now what way does this person feel like they're going to come back in? I mean, what do they think that the collective thinks about them at the moment? We know what they think about the collective, but what do they think that the collective is thinking about them right now? Let's see, this will be interesting to see what they think that you're thinking at the minute, and that might give us a bit of an idea of why they haven't come back in just yet. Okay, what does this person think that the collective is thinking about them right now? Okay, cards aren't really wanting to fall out at the moment, which means there's some kind of like things are like a bit stagnant, I feel. Okay, we've got the Star. They're like, you are their wish. They've been wishing for you, but I feel like they're hoping. It's like, you know, a real card of hope here. They're hoping that you are wanting the same thing. You know, they're wishing that you are also wishing for the same thing, that you're wishing that the relationship can start over again. It's, you know, I'd say that you've probably been doing a bit of self-love work since this relationship ended. And then the King of Swords. It's not very clear tonight, sorry. I don't know, I think it may be the lighting behind me. The Knight of Swords here. Sorry, it's not the Knight, is it? It's the King. The King of Swords is here. So they are hoping that you see them as the King of Swords, like that you're going to realise that they're a lot more forthcoming now since the relationship ended. They've learned some lessons. They're actually able to have a bit more intellect around them with regard to the relationship. They probably maybe used to be a bit judgmental, maybe criticising you at times, and they've realised that, and they're not, that being so direct like that has obviously caused some kind of hurt feelings. So that, I believe, is they're hoping that you're going to see that in them, that they've changed, and that, you know, they've become like this king, and they want you to look at them like they're your king. Gender not specific here. And then we have the Page of Wands. So look, the Wands are very, very passionate. So I'm feeling here like with this Page, they want to come in. The Page is like a messenger card, and so it's like a message. They're wanting to give you this message of love, this message of their passion, that they're not sure how to reach out yet. So you may end up getting a message from them or a phone call from them. More than likely not an actual phone call. I'd say a text message or an email or something like that, where they might like start commenting on your social media. If you don't have them blocked, they'll start making a little comment just to try and like see where the ground lies, if you know what I mean. And look, the Ten of Pentacles, this is what they want. You know, we had the Ten of Cups. Where's it gone? Here it is. We had the Ten of Cups before, and now we've got the Ten of Pentacles as well. So they really are wanting to have a happy ending with you. They want to figure everything out. They want to bring you stability. They want to bring you love. They want to offer you everything that they probably didn't give to you in the right ways before. They want to come in with a new way of looking at things, with a new way of showing you love, giving you love, stability, all of it, like the full happy ending. That's what they, as far as they're concerned, that's what they want to come in with now. And I feel like because there's been such a time since you've split up from each other, that they have really had time to think and adjust the way that they were. I think they've realised that you were, you know, the one for them. They think of you as like their person fully, and they know that they can't come in with like breadcrumbs. They have to come in with the full McCoy, whatever you want to say it. So yeah, but I think they're ready. I really do. I feel like in this energy that they're ready to come in, and they're very, very hopeful that you're going to accept them back. I don't feel like there's any blockages here of why they've not come back in yet. I think it's basically just been a question of time. They've been giving it time for things to calm down, for them to have got themselves in the right headspace, for them to actually come back in the right way. Yeah, because look, the Three of Swords, it was a very painful breakup, and they've really been feeling that loss and that sorrow. They've been feeling that loss since not being with you, and you know, it's really has. They've just been feeling completely lost without you. And then we have here the Six of Wands. So it's like they want to come back in with a victory. They'll see how this witch, she's riding in on a horse, and she's holding up in her hand a wand, and it's got like a wreath around it, which is like a victory. She wants to come in victorious with a, you know, win the prize, and that prize is you. So I very much feel like they're going to be coming in back into your energy very, very soon. If they haven't already started to, they've definitely been watching you on social media. They've definitely been asking around mutual friends and things like that about what you're doing, checking out to see if you're single still, you know, seeing how the waters lie so that they can make their move and come back in. And we have several horses here which are facing forward, which is very like forward movement, which means that it's not going to be long before you do actually hear from them. And it's down to you. Is there any messages for the collective of any kind of advice to give them regarding this? So we have the Knight of Wands. So Spirit's saying that, you know, they are going to come in very, very passionate. They're going to try and sweep you off your feet, because they're feeling quite impatient at the moment. They want it to be now. So they're going to, when they do come back in, it's going to be like fast. You're going to feel like you've been rushed off your feet type of thing, you know, like Prince Charming coming rushing in and saving the princess. You know, it's going to feel like that. They're going to be like all that kind of energy, wanting to prove themselves to you, wanting to show you that, you know, they're this knight in shining armor, basically. Is there any warnings here or anything that the collective needs to be wary of when this person comes back into their energy? Or something wanted to jump out then, but it didn't come out. What have we got? We've got the Magician. Well, is a possibility that they could have been doing some kind of spell work in order to draw you back in. That is a possibility. Not saying that they've that you can do a love spell to make someone love you or anything like that, but I mean manifesting. They'll have been manifesting you back into their life hard with the Magician card. And, you know, the kind of spell work, I mean, they could have been doing like love come to me type spells, you know, like trying to manifest you back into their energy. And the Queen of Pentacles, so they see you as this queen who's very, very reliable, very stable, very generous, very nurturing. That's how they look at you. And, you know, they just want you back. Full on, collective, they want you back. And they're going to be coming in pretty fast, pretty soon, if they haven't already. So we'll leave it there for the moment, because nothing else really wants to come out here. We'll leave it there at the minute, and I feel we'll do another reading in about a week, and we'll see what the energy's doing. And it will be interesting if anybody's resonating with this message. Leave some comments, and if your person does end up coming back in the way that I've described, feel free to send me a message so that we can move forward and see what other advice there is moving forward from there in this relationship. All right then, thank you very much. And if you enjoyed this reading, then please hit the like button and feel free to subscribe so that you can get my content when it comes back out again next week. And thank you very much. Okay, goodbye.